Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Francesco and what I do in this video is help educate you about productivity tools and resources to help you move forward with your productivity. So in this video, I'm going to be doing something slightly different. This will be a sponsored video and the sponsor will be Candies. So what I'll be doing in this video is checking out their resource for Google Chrome. And it's an impressive application. But what I just want to outline first, a sponsored video is essentially where an organization or a company will contact me, share their tool or resource. And what I'll do is I'll say to them, I'm going to give a totally honest review of this, a really clear-cut review, something that, because I don't want to take away from the problems and the issues or the brilliance and the greatness of a certain application. So I've given that I've outlined that to start off with all of the sponsored videos that will be coming in the future. But all it does is it just boosts this up to the top of the content list at the moment. So I will be doing a few more of these in the future, as you can imagine, but I don't want to take away from the experience that you guys are getting. So let's get stuck into the Candy review. So Candy is essentially a organizational tool that you can use across your day when trying to organize content that you find across the web in a very visual way. And the website is the best way to access it is candybank.com. But what I really recommend is when you land on the page, I recommend you watch this video because it explains it in a much more visual way. Obviously, I'm going to be going through the core feature and some of the context around that. But I think the video does a really stellar job at kind of demonstrating the tool. So essentially, you can, coordinate this once you've installed it on Chrome. So once you've got it on the Chrome Web Store, all you have to do is it's a free download on the Chrome Web Store. Once you've plugged it in, it will appear in, obviously, the top right-hand corner. As you can see, I've got Candy on. But the actual extension itself appears in the bottom right-hand corner. So this is quite impressive. A lot of Chrome applications do shock me because some of them are so bad. I have a Chromebook, so I know what I'm talking about with this experience. So when I got Candy and downloaded it, all you need is a Google account or sign up through email. Once I installed Candy, I was like, oh, thank God. An application that kind of looks really nice and that really is very flawless in design. So as you can see, it's very responsive. And I'll go into detail now into the kind of basics of how to use Candy. So once you have Candy installed, what you can do is you can do two things. You can save Candies, and Candies are basically clippings of any sort of website or resource that you are on, whether it's a link or an image or anything like that across the web. And that's a Candy. So you can click Save Link as a way to create a Candy. So let's say I wanted to save this article here. You can name the Candy straight away. So I'm going to type in Candy1. I think I've already saved this page, so I'm just going to put Candy1. Oh, that's my mistake. And as you can see, it's given a brief description of the actual context of the website and also a link directly. So once I save it, it will go into my list of Candies. And as you can see, I have 5 already. And once you've got this list of Candies, you can start adding them to something that's called storylines. So if you've got to kind of think of Candies as notes and storylines as notebooks, you can start storing all of your, Candies inside of your storylines. So as you can see, here's your first storyline. It's the guide, and it has 2 Candies in it already. Once you click into one of them, you can see your headlines. So these are just the overview. As you can see the name of each Candy that you saved, which is great. You can actually go into more actions on all of them, open them in the browser. Obviously, they're both links as well. And you can even open them in a reader as well. So they have a reader installed in some of the article content, which is great because it saves a lot of time when opening up the browser. Okay, so while we're on this page, you can also share a storyline with a friend or even export it, which is great. You can even go to the settings, customize the exact title of that storyline, or delete it from there. One thing you can do from this fantastic little sidebar is you can pin the sidebar so you can make it kind of stick in the page as you go across. And you can even search specific candies. So imagine you've got hundreds down here. You can actually search specific candies, or you can search inside storylines as well, which is great. One thing that I was impressed by is obviously you would have to there's got to be some sort of organizational system here. So you can add two storylines specifically here and add specific candies to storylines straight from there. And you can even create storylines too as well. You can delete candies as well, which is really great. And what I like about this is you can hide it away if it's bothering you. There are some really neat keyboard shortcuts. So Alt-Z actually hides away the sidebar. Alt-S actually gives you the save link ability, and you can create a storyline directly from here. You can even log out as well and turn off Candy. That's something I'll come to at the end of this review. So one thing to note is Candy have a really fantastic blog on Medium. I'm a big fan of Medium, as you guys know, so I definitely recommend checking that out. I'll add it in the comments. But there's actually really great articles here. I was quite impressed. I like the way they do their graphics as well. Really impressive. So as you can imagine, a lot of people would probably use Candy across their day in specific contexts. So I can imagine as a student, a lot of people will be using this for studying and kind of sourcing all of their work. So you have the ability to save that content as you go across your day. So saving that content is really fast. So you could even, it auto titles it, but let's say you're doing an essay on why Uber should not be a taxi company. I don't know. I made that title up. Maybe that's the title of an essay. Really random essay. And then you can press save and it goes straight into your Candies list. You can even create a storyline straight from here. So Uber research, you can click here, Uber research project. Okay, and then create it. So as you can see, it will go straight into that storyline, which is great, and it will pop it up as well, so you've got that ability to play around with it. The next thing you could do is obviously go across different sites and start saving these links even. And I think that's really valuable, being able to kind of capture things across your day, whether small or big, really valuable. So I'm just going to save this article here. I'm actually going to pick out a bit of text from the actual article here. One thing I can do, I think that's not Candy, that's something else, share quote. But once I hit that, it actually renders the text down here to the bit that I selected, which is impressive. So it actually brings that into context. So as you can see, I actually saved that YouTube clip it into the Uber research project for some reason. I decided that was the best decision. But as you can see, it's specifically clipped this. You can move around each card, which is really nice. Flip it in order if you like. One thing you can do, which I really like, is the ability to add little private notes to yourself. So this was a great read, or something a bit more kind of relevant. This could go great inside of this piece. And as you can see, you can actually edit each of the notes. So that's through the cards feature. You can actually just hit this and just get the overview of the headlines. So that's once you have a quotation and not just the save links there too. So as you can see, a little share button pops up when you've quoted a specific bit of text. And once you open that up, you can actually get the ability to share it. Okie dokie, so what you can actually do is once you press that share button, you can not only share it to friends on social networks like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or Tumblr and actually add a little note. You can even embed it on a website, which I found really impressive. I really like this kind of share link as well. But you can actually embed that in a website, which will look great actually. One thing you can do as well is you can send it to friends either anonymously or via email as well. And you can even just have that ready for when you want to embed it on the website anytime. I really like the way that they've done this embed feature. It's really impressive. I'm overall very happy with it. So just an extra note, they've also added multiple PC support, so you can access Candy from any PC that you've got across your home, and obviously as long as you've kind of synced it with Chrome, which is really handy. Another great way to kind of coordinate across your day. One of the things that I think that Candy could improve on with this application is the actual cards themselves. I find that they're sometimes too big inside of the stream. Obviously, this probably take a little bit of tweaking when it comes to the development side, but I just think they were slightly large. The next thing is, I think as a user, you'll have to kind of feel like you're going to have to commit to this button being here all day, every day. And as you can imagine, if you've got something in the corner that you want to press, this is going to pop up a couple of times and be slightly annoying, but in the same way that Grammarly is too. One thing just to be aware as well is it's actually super simple just to turn it off and back on again. So, and it drops down very smartly. So, you know, it's not too much of a problem if you're in a busy, hectic rush and you kind of want zero distractions. Apart from that, I think that the design is really well created. I'm really impressed. I think it's one of the clever Chromebook extensions out there, and I'm really impressed by this tool so far. And I'm looking forward to the future of the tool too, because obviously this is probably just the beginning. And I really like the way they've created their own candies and storylines and really told a visual way to organize the web. So if you want to check out Candy, you can feel free to go to the link in the description. It's the first link there, and that'll give you access to Candy to actually play around with. It's a free install on Chrome. It's really impressive. I definitely recommend you check it out. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for this video. I want to make sure that all of you guys are well. So please do drop me a tweet at Francesco D_ALES. And also subscribe if you haven't, because I really appreciate all of your messages. So thank you very much, everyone. Make sure to have a great week. Keep productive. And I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.